Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1988 movie Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. So, in this movie, Kirsty has been committed to a psychiatric hospital, and there her doctor, Dr. Channard, has been trying to find a way to open the gates of hell and stuff, and he hears about Kirsty's story from the first movie, and he ends up getting a hold of the puzzle box and opening it up, and Julia gets released, and so do the Cenobites, and Kirsty is having to protect this young girl who they're trying to get, and everything, and she's trying to protect her, and has to fight him off and everything too. This movie is pretty decent. It's not near as good as the first one was. I wasn't really impressed with it. I kind of expected a step down, though. I'd heard that all the sequels after the first one weren't as good as that. It never lived up to the first, so I went in expecting that, but I still was kind of hoping this one would still be somewhat decent. It's okay. It's not great, not terrible either. It has some amazing special effects, just like with the first one. There's a lot of really great practical effects that hold up really well. There are some that look a little dated and stuff, some of the claymation stuff that they use in here and everything. Some of that the visuals just don't hold up very well, but there are a lot that do. A lot of the makeup effects and stuff on the creatures looks awesome. Everything. Some of it looks really wonky, and you can tell that it's really fake and stuff. Some practical, sometimes practical doesn't always work, but 99% of the time it does, and it looks really good in here for the most part. I think the cast in here are all great in their roles. I think that Claire Higgins was even better as Julia in this time. There's more of a sinister creepiness to her now that she's she's brought back, and she's all blood. Her insides are on the outside and stuff, and she has to regain strength to get a normal body and stuff, just like Frank in the first movie. I thought that they did a pretty cool job with that. I think Ashley Lawrence was once again great as Kirsty. Like in the first one, I think she's just a really likable character, and I really enjoyed her in this one, although she did kind of get on my nerves a little bit because she is a little whiny and stuff, and that does kind of get on my nerves at times in the movie, but for the most part I really enjoyed her once again, and all the Cenobites are once again a lot of fun to watch. They're not in it enough again. I was actually kind of disappointed on that part, though I was expecting to see a lot more of Pinhead and the other Cenobites and stuff, and we don't really get to see them in here really. I was disappointed in that, and we even get a cameo of Sean Chapman as Frank Cotton in here, and he's once again excellent in the little bit he's in here. But yeah, so everybody does a good job with that, and like I said, I was really disappointed with the fact that the Cenobites aren't in this movie as much. I was expecting, since with this being a sequel, that they'd be in it a lot more, because that's how a lot of horror sequels do. They give you more of the villain in the sequel, but this one didn't really do that, and I was kind of disappointed in that part. But I felt like the story was kind of mediocre. It could have been better. We've seen movies that are similar to this, like Nightmare on Elm Street 3, that have done the story way, way better. But I think it turned out okay for the most part. The hospital setting was kind of cool. Like I said, once again, it's been done better, but it worked fine for this movie, and it's okay for what it is. It's definitely not near as good as the original. It doesn't really have a great reason to exist. It doesn't really have a very great story. It's kind of thin, plotted story. It's mostly there for us to watch the visual effects and stuff, and visual effects are great, but they aren't what makes a movie, and that's what this movie mainly had going for it. I did like the little birth of Pinhead scene that we got at the beginning of the movie, where we see him get transformed into the Pinhead we know and stuff, and see how he became that way. I thought that was kind of cool too. It does kind of take away the mystery of the character, but I also liked it too and everything. I figured we'd be getting, I'm guessing we'll get more backstory on him later in this franchise, maybe. I don't know what to expect out of this franchise, to be honest, because so far the first one has been really good. This one has just been mediocre. I'm kind of eerie about all these other ones that I'm going to have to go through over the next week and a half, but yeah, this one is okay. It's not terrible. I don't think it's quite as good as some people have told me. I was a little bit disappointed because I was like expecting a little more out of it, but I think for what it is, it's still pretty good and everything. So I'd say I'd give it a 7 out of 10. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Hellbound Hellraiser 2, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.